We were born this way, baby.
They can see the future before it happens.
You predicted September 11th.
That's right. Back in 1999.
Doesn't it freak you out when these things keep happening?
When we first predicted 9/11, that was really scary.
They're revealing the sex of the royal baby.
Are Will and Kate having a little prince or a little princess?
Plus, the star of The Psychic in Suburbia, Maureen Hancock.
Just know your husband is always with you.
It's a very telling ritual.
Are you psyched for psychics? Yeah! Well, if you're like me, you'd probably love to know what your future holds. And if that's the case, you've come to the right place. We are going to meet some psychics who are renowned for their accuracy in predicting the future. So let's get to it, shall we? Yeah! Our first guests have predicted many events that nobody else saw coming. Take a look.
They are known as the world's only psychic twins. They have predicted such events as the September 11th attacks, Hurricane Sandy, Isaac, and Irene. They've helped on multiple police cases, predicted the stock market crash, various Oscar winners, and the breakup of J-Lo and Mark Anthony.
I'm not seeing this marriage long-lasting.
They have predicted most of the major world events of the past 15 years and are accomplished writers and spiritual leaders. They are the authors of 2 best-selling books, Psychic Intelligence and Separated at Earth, the story of the psychic twins.
Please welcome Terry and Linda Jamison, better known as the Psychic Twins. Thank you for being here. How awesome. Okay, you are the only psychic twins in the world. When did you first realize that you were psychic?
We were born this way, baby.
So you knew at birth?
Yes, we knew at birth. I mean, we knew in the womb. We were communicating in the womb with each other. Actually, when we were 5, we went to a school fair, and there was a big jar of jelly beans, and I just knew how many jelly beans were in the jar, and I was
those fair, when they asked, like, how many jelly beans in the jar?
There were like 537. It wasn't like 10 or 15, and she guessed it on the nose. 5 years old, I remember it exactly.
What'd you win? I hope you won $1 million.
I won a beach ball. This was Pennsylvania. It made no sense at all. Really cheap.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what is your process like?
Well, we have a very unique process of working. We access information fields through automatic or channeled writing, Ricki. And it's a very specific kind of writing where we maneuver our hands across the page without conscious direction. It almost comes from otherworldly energies or spirit beings, and we're not quite sure exactly how it works, but we can predict future events and even past lives.
And is it so almost like a language that only the 2 of you understand?
Yes. Nobody can read our writing but us. Yeah. We're the most documented psychics in history.
Unbelievable. All right, so we're going to work with our audience here today.
Okay, great.
You have not met anybody here.
No.
We have pre-selected people, but we've only gotten their names and their date of birth. Okay, we're going to start with Gail. Where's Gail? Hi, Gail. So you have not met them?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. What is your, well, we know your name, but what's your date of birth?
1/23/55.
Okay.
Hi, Gail. Hi, Gail. What's your question today?
I was laid off 4.5 years ago after moving 2,500 miles to take a job. So I'm trying to decide if I should stay in LA or move back to the East Coast.
Okay. You want to know if you should move back to the East Coast or stay in LA?
Right.
I'm getting a strong feeling
to move back.
I'm getting a strong feeling to move back. That is better for you. You're going to get really good work when you go back. I'm getting something within 6 months of arriving back home.
How do I survive till then?
How do you survive? I see you working. I feel like you're going to do something with temp work.
Temping.
You have many skills. What you lack is confidence. You're very multi-talented, Gail. I want you to trust yourself more. I really think that in the next couple of years, you're going to come more into trusting your own abilities and that you're being helped by unseen forces.
Yeah,
you don't always know it, but I think you're quite intuitive. Are you?
Yes.
Yes. So trust that you're always going to be helped. Okay. And I see you. It feels almost like there's a corporate. You're good at business and management. Have you ever done anything in management?
Yes.
I was going to say that.
I have.
Yes. because I see you in a management position that's going to be very fulfilling, amazing people. And
So you're saying she should pack her bags now and move back?
we never tell people what to do. We don't control people, but it's up to you. We feel
Right.
good about the decision to move back.
Right.
All
Okay.
right, thank you.
All right.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
I know you've agreed to make a few predictions for us today.
Yes.
All right, are Will and Kate having a little prince or a little princess?
You know, we predicted their marriage, their breakup, everything. Their pregnancy to the year. And we feel that they're going to have a girl, and we're not really seeing twins. Everybody says, oh, they're going to have twins.
I
No.
don't see twins.
Then you'd have to have twin queens like us. It wouldn't work.
But you think it's a girl?
We think it's going to be a girl.
All right, are Kim and Kanye ever going to get married?
If they do marry, it'll only last 72 hours.
Ba-dum-bum.
We love you. I think that they are not going to be long-lasting either. I see a separation coming.
We're seeing a breakup.
We're seeing a split, yeah.
Do you see a divorce? Is Kim ever going to get divorced?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah,
she
right.
will. She will get divorced. It feels like sometime this year, but this is karmic for her. She chose this on some level for her soul's evolution and growth.
But he's
spiritual
making
growth.
it hard for her, we know that.
Okay, and what about Hillary? Is she going to run for president?
If Hillary runs for president, she will become president.
She'll win if she runs.
Wow.
We see a strong likelihood.
Well, perhaps we heard it here
Strong
first.
likelihood.
When we come back, the Psychic Twins predict more of our audience's futures. Ooh, stay tuned. Coming up.
We predicted the Chilean earthquake that happened. This was on one single radio show on January 20th, and already 30 of the predictions have happened.
Doesn't it freak you out when these things keep happening? Still to come. Star of Psychic in Suburbia, clairvoyant, medium, and my new best friend, Maureen Hancock.
It's funny because people think like, okay, it's 1-800 dial the dead, and I need I need a minute to kind of tune in.
Ricki Lake.
We are back having fun today with the authors of Psychic Intelligence, Terry and Linda Jamison, or as I like to refer to them as the Psychic Twins. Okay, you've already made 30 accurate predictions in the first 2 months of 2013.
Yes. Well, we predicted the Chilean earthquake that happened. This was on one single radio show on January 20th, and already 30 of the predictions have happened.
Doesn't it freak you out when these things keep happening?
We're not
We've been doing this for 30 years,
Yeah.
so we're kind of used to it. But when we first predicted 9/11, we were new out of the gate, and that was really scary. It was terrifying, actually.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I know you've coined the term twin tuition.
Twin tuition.
What does that
yes.
mean?
Twin tuition is that mysterious, special communication that especially identical twins have, but some fraternal twins have it. And it's the ability to feel your twins' pain, even at long distances. We have our own special twin language. Not all twins have psychic telepathy with each other. Only 30% actually have a twin bond, that kind of twin tuition with
And
each
we're
other.
identical, so it's more likely that identical twins have
Yes.
it.
Amazing, amazing. Where's Harrison? I knew you were there. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Okay, what's your birthday?
March 7th, 1990.
I knew that was your birthday now. What's your question?
I just recently moved out here from the East Coast to follow a lifelong dream, but I'm kind of getting the feeling that maybe it's not meant to be, and I was wondering if I should move back home and pursue something different or stay and try to fulfill the dream.
It feels to me as if, have you done acting ever before?
Yes.
Okay, it feels like you're in the theatrical field. I'm feeling you in that field, but not so much in this town. I'm feeling it back east.
Yeah.
Connection with New York City,
New York
please?
City.
I've lived there the last 4 years.
Okay, because I'm seeing...
That's better for you than here, but I'm seeing you doing some behind-the-scenes work
Yes.
with that,
Yeah.
and also writing.
Very talented. You had a past life as an actor. They're saying in 15th century England. Okay, and so you were a thespian, and you were a very talented one. I think you have a lot of abilities.
But don't give up too soon.
Yeah, don't give up.
You haven't been doing it that long.
You're very
so
young.
Don't give up.
Don't give up, because I think this is your field. I think your heart pulls you there. It's a calling, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just because you didn't make it out here, this is the hardest town in the world to make it in. Go back and make it there, because I think you're brilliant and I think you have a great future in the field. In front of the camera.
Luck to you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, Griffin. Can I ask you one thing about the shift that happened this past year, December 21st? I mean, just in your opinion, is there a shift, a level of consciousness
Absolutely.
that's changed
We
for all of us?
Yes, there is a very powerful spiritual shift going on with the planet. And we don't see like instant utopia. Everyone was saying it was the end of the world, or it was going to be a magical automatic utopia when December 21st, 2012 happened. No, it was neither. But we are seeing a very powerful energy and movement of spiritual people and beings coming together and reaching out. You're going to see the world changing in marvelous and scary ways.
And more of us are becoming spiritual and holding a vibration for the planet. Young crystal children like your children are crystal children. They're holding a vibration. Your kids are very creative.
Your
by the
younger
way.
son is very intuitive, more than the older son.
Even more psychic than you.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Oh my goodness. It is a pleasure having you both. Thank you so
Pleasure.
much for being here.
Thank you.
Have a nice afternoon, Linda. Now when we come back, the medium next door is up next to help clear a path towards our futures. We'll be right back. Coming up.
And he's so good. He wants to help me to help others. And he just told me, okay. Is there a mom here who has a child passed? Behind me, you. Okay. Son's passed for you?
Yes.
And later.
Did you have somebody that you were connected with relationship-wise who passed? Then get your butt up here. No, it's okay to be afraid, and this is very normal. It doesn't have to be ooga booga.
Our next guest was here a while back and made quite the impact. Take a look.
Okay. And somebody is saying, Stephen, do you have son passed? He's talking about two. Is there two siblings? Is he one of two? And do you understand it happened very quickly, right? And he keeps saying he didn't suffer, and you need to know that he didn't suffer. Hi. He wants me to wave to you like, oh my God, and you've had a dream of him, right? Okay, and maybe just one, but he said he was able to get through to you. What's your beautiful son's name?
Stephen.
Please welcome the star of Psychic in Suburbia, clairvoyant, medium, and my new best friend, Maureen Hancock. Hi, Maureen. Oh my goodness. You're amazing. I'm so happy to have you back.
I'm so happy to be back.
So tell us, how can channeling the other side help predict the future?
Well, I believe that our loved ones in spirit can help guide us in our lives and help us to make decisions. I mean, we all have intuition too, but sometimes we block it. So we need a little bit of guidance. And who doesn't pray to those beyond, like, please help me, I need help. And sometimes they can just push you in the right direction.
All right, you do your magic. You haven't met anybody here in the audience?
No, I haven't.
Okay, you want to pick someone randomly?
I
Who you
sure
feel-
will. I'm going to come right into the
Okay.
audience.
Yay.
Yay, are you ready?
Yay!
It's funny too, because people think like, okay, it's 1-800 dial the dead, and I need I need a minute to kind of tune in. And there's so many yelling out, and I'll feel like the strongest vibe. And husband passed over here for you. I'm gonna come right over. So, if you want, yeah.
Are you able to
Are you
stand
okay
up?
to stand? Okay. So, and it's very interesting because he was like, didn't want to put you on the spot, but definitely was like, you need to say hello to her. And you pray a lot, and he hears your prayers. You pray all the time. I feel like you have like the Blessed Mother around you. And something was going on in his chest. Or breathing.
You want to stand up?
And this is your dad, right? Okay. He's very happy, like always smiling. So I feel like he's always out to help everybody.
Yes.
He would give the last $2 in his pocket, wouldn't he? And he has a brother passed.
No, a twin brother.
Long time
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Long time before, right?
Yes.
So he was reunited with this brother that he lost so long ago. You're not the only child either. There's three. Two.
You have three. You have two children, and you didn't lose one.
No.
Okay. So there's something about a three connection, but he wants to send love to the other child. He's so good. He wants to help me to help others. And he just told me, okay, is there a mom here who has a child passed behind me? You. Okay. And literally he just said, that's enough. There's no greater loss than that of a child. So he wants to help. There's also first or middle name Francis is connected to, or would you understand that? Okay. So I just heard that, so we might be starting to, do you know?
No, not a middle name, first name.
First name, who is that?
My mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law is Frances. So, and like I said, a first or middle name, so I keep hearing talk about Frances. And she's still here?
Yes.
Okay. So I get there's a lot going on with her.
Yes.
And everybody's praying for her and for her health.
Yes.
Do you understand? Yes. What's going on with her? Okay, something about her blood work keeps changing.
She
and
has Parkinson's.
She has Parkinson's. Okay. So tell her family that they all know what's going on with her and they're surrounding her in love and prayer. And you're head of the God Squad, aren't you? Just know your husband is always with you. Give me a hug from heaven. Thank you. Very nice. Come here. Mike or Mark? Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
No.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
I'll give you your microphone back.
You know what? You
How's
can
that?
have it. I'm like, that's incredible. Do we want to go
Hi,
over this
right
woman?
here.
Pretty lady in red. Oh my
Can I have you
goodness.
come right up here?
Okay. You're right. So, you have a lot of people in spirit, so I feel like they just knocked me over. And son's passed for you?
Yes.
Okay, he's a beautiful soul. You don't need me to tell you, but he's like, so my mother, make me a sandwich. So he makes everybody laugh, and
Yes,
he's
he
just, he's a very high energy for me. Like just, you know, he went through a lot of struggles.
Yes, he did.
Because he just told me, you know, Mom, I learned a lot from everything I went through. And it does feel like an unexpected passing, you understand, right? But again, he's saying, like, I made it. I found peace, finally. You know, and I think there was a delay in you finding out about his passing. You understand? Okay. So, and he's trying to heal that, Mom, or whatever that is, that disconnection or something. There's about a 2-year ago passing as well. So somebody else is trying to come through with him who's about 2 years ago. If you don't understand right now, you will.
I do.
And Mom has passed for you as well.
Yes.
She's coming forward. And your dad passed before your mother,
Yes.
many years before, right?
Yes, you're right.
Right. So, wow, you're very open. So you do that to survive the physical loss of your son. You try to stay open. You're very open to signs. You know, he said that. He's making a joke that you're not a very good driver. Do you try to stay off the road?
It's not true.
It's not true. Okay. Be careful when you leave here. So, all the love in the world to you from your son. Love doesn't die, right? And he said that, let's see, maybe you're at a crossroads right now. So, right? And because he just said, Mom, I'm trying to help you. And you already have the answer. And that's the key here, folks. You already have the answer within, but you fight it. And you always overthink it, and you don't lead with your heart, you lead with your brain. You're an overthinker. You're always holding everything up to the light and dissecting it and this. So just know he's going to lead you in the right direction. And you already know. Is your husband passed, though? Or connection?
Divorce.
So he's not passed yet.
But
But in her mind, maybe. There'll be a disconnection. There is a male coming up to you next to you, so usually that's husband or brother-in-law, so I feel that. Do you understand?
I understand.
And that's brother-in-law for you?
No.
Brother?
You know, you're right. The first husband did pass.
Oh, you do have a But is your son's dad in spirit?
Yes, he is.
He would like to tell you that he got to see his father, and his dad is doing more for him now than he ever did when he was here.
Oh, thank you.
Give me a hug from heaven.
Maureen, I want a hug from heaven, too.
5, and I think about her all the time.
She is your #1 guardian angel.
Favorites, clairvoyant, medium, and author of The Medium Next Door, Maureen Hancock. Okay, we've been talking a lot about intuition. I want you to keep going, keep doing what you were doing. You worked magic with this lady over here.
Right,
Incredible.
I feel a strong vibe to you, so let me have you stand up. And with you, come on up here, because I feel like the heavens. I feel like I have a loved one, a grandmother coming through for you, trying to help you get out of your head. You know, you overthink everything, and I think a lot of the audience members can, attest to this, that sometimes we get caught up in our overthinking, and it blocks your intuition, your inner GPS, right? So we got to get our other gut in shape and listen. So you hold everything up to the light, you overthink, which way do I go? And you usually pick the wrong way.
Right.
So, for me, I feel like this grandmother is trying to help you get back on track. And do you have a question?
She's trying to get me back on track, so she's saying go with my gut.
Yeah, and I feel like relationship is coming up for you. Like she just wants you to be happy, and you keep repeating old patterns. Did you not get to say goodbye to her?
She died when I was like 5, and I
okay.
think about her all the time.
She is your #1 guardian angel, and because you didn't get to have closure, obviously you were little, but she sort of hangs around you and has assigned herself to you to help you in your life and whatnot. And you have an uncle passed?
Uncle. Yeah, one of my uncles did that.
It feels like he just popped in like, oh, can I say hello? Collect call from heaven. Dude, so he's a hot ticket, kind of a wise guy.
Okay.
And I don't know, I feel like something might be going on with his family, and he passed a very long time ago. I have somebody coming through who passed by something head-related, because all of a sudden my head felt really heavy, like something just hit me. And actually it's starting to change to over here. Do you understand someone that passed by impact or right here? Did you have somebody that you were connected with relationship-wise who passed? Then get your butt up here. You're like, yeah, what else? It depends. I don't know.
Well, you don't want to know, or you don't want to say?
No, it's okay to be afraid, and this is very normal, but our loved ones in spirit don't want us to be afraid. This is a celebration of life and memories. It doesn't have to be ooga booga and scary. So he pops into your head all the time for a reason, because he's trying to help you in your life. Like you did so much for him. There's a D name connected as well. Do you understand? He keeps drawing a big D in front of you. Who's that?
Delancey?
And that's a living,
Yeah.
right? And are you with him now?
No.
Okay.
No, I was never with him.
Yeah, whatever. Not that you remember. I'm just kidding.
Are you kidding? This is spirit talking.
Okay. So, no, I do get there's a strong D. You are connected to this person somehow, and they're going to become more of a force in your life. And just be open to the possibilities. You have blocked yourself off from love because you don't want to get hurt again. So
Yeah, that's completely true.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's her body language.
No, but I want to just like open you up because it's time. It's time. And I feel like by June, you're definitely going to be, something big is going to happen for you in June. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna turn 30.
hmm?
I'm gonna turn 30.
You're going to turn 30, and then you're going to find love. Mark my words. Give me a hug from him.
Mark her words. That's right. Let's pop the car. More with Maureen when we come back. Coming up.
And she's asking me to say to you, I love you, because she never said it.
I was adopted, spent my whole life looking for her. I found her, and then she died, and the last thing I said to her was, I need my space. And I always thought that she'd killed herself.
Oh my goodness.
We are back with the amazing clairvoyant medium, Maureen Hancock. Now, you wanted to go back to this family over here?
Yes, because I felt like you had a question for your husband that's really important as far as a life shift for you, and what's the next step for you? Where are you going to go?
Right.
What is your question?
We lived in Oklahoma. He died in Oklahoma. No family there, so.
Yeah. And you know, it doesn't take a psychic, but I am feeling it's time to come back to family. And listen to this. He's saying, I will go with you. You think that when you leave Oklahoma, you're going to leave him behind. You're not going to leave him behind. You're going to take him with you. And you need to live. You want her to live with you?
Yes.
You need to live with your daughter and make memories with your daughter so that she'll always have that. He's coming with you. He's like, let's pack up and go.
65 years was.
65 years. You were married 65 years?
62, together 65.
Together 65 years. That is beautiful. And he showed me folding of the flag. Was he military?
Yes.
Was he Army?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
So hard to
You know what? I know it's hard, but he is right here. He is not going to leave your side. Right? You keep talking to
so
him.
much.
You felt him sit on the side of the bed. Right? Don't be afraid of that. Oh my God, I love him. Give me a hug. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Maureen.
Very nice. Oh my gosh, very nice.
Let's do one more. What else do you feel? Maybe over
I'm
here.
gonna tell you, like you with the white band. Can I have you come down? Don't fall. You're the next contestant on the Price is Right.
Yeah, don't wipe out, honey.
Hi. So take a deep breath. Bring it down. You're a reader. You know, everybody is intuitive, but it's at different levels depending on how you open up to it and what you let into your life. You're very highly intuitive, and like most people, you tend to block it. You're a reader. I see you as reading people, maybe even tarot cards. You've done that?
Yeah,
yes?
definitely,
Okay.
yeah.
And now it's time to take the next step. It's time to really embrace your abilities because it's so there, but for some reason, I don't know, you're so sad and there's so much that you're hanging on to.
Yeah.
And do you have a question?
I do. My mother passed.
Oh, don't tell me
and,
anything else, okay?
Yeah,
I do have to tell you, I thought it was your grandmother, but this woman just kept standing there like tapping her foot like, am I going to get to talk? Excuse me, my way or the highway. So she is very straightforward. She's a little bit private. She doesn't want anybody here looking at her. She wants me to look right at you. She knows how much you miss her, and there's some kind of closure you need with the situation that you didn't have.
Yep.
So, because she just said, I've healed it, why don't you? So you need to feel it to heal it.
Yeah.
And I think you're blocking that a little bit.
Yeah.
No more guilt.
Yeah.
What is that about?
Yeah, there's a lot of guilt.
Can you just stop that? That's so human.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, she can't reach you as well if you hold on to that guilt.
Yeah.
So I know she's telling you, let it go. I have.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And she had illness. Your
Yeah.
mom?
Yeah, I think she had mental illness.
Oh, okay. It
Yeah.
feels like something was going on in her chest at the end, though.
Yeah.
Because I can't breathe. Do you know? Go ahead.
What does that mean?
We didn't know whether she died by accident, but she died from carbon monoxide poisoning.
I couldn't breathe. And I'm going to tell you this, as God is my witness, it was not on purpose. I would feel that. You're going to make me cry. I know.
That's all I needed to hear. Listen,
It was not on purpose. Because she's actually yelling like, excuse me. Wouldn't she be like that? I mean, she's very straightforward. She loves you so much. And she's asking me to say to you, I love you, because she never said it.
I was adopted, spent my whole life looking for her. I found her, and then she died, and the last thing I said to her was, I need my space. And I almost thought that she'd killed herself.
Oh my goodness.
I've waited for this for nearly 20 years to hear that it wasn't my fault.
It's not your fault. She loves you, so please hold on to that, okay? Okay. Give me a hug from heaven.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I think you changed her life today. Oh,
The weight of the world on our shoulders has now been lifted. The amazing Maureen, thank you so much. The intuitive members of our audience already know this, but everyone is going home with a copy of Maureen's book, The Medium Next Door. Thank you so much. Up next, ever wonder what your dog is thinking when he's staring at you or peeing on that couch? Well, a pet psychic is here to break down the species conversation barrier. This will be awesome. Please stay with us. Keith, Tasha, and my husband, Christian.
He said, you think you run the household, but she said she does.
I'll take it. Welcome back. Today we're doing much more than talking with psychics, but enough already with reading humans. Let's switch gears and move on to pets. Our next guest is a psychic, Dr. Doolittle. She says she really does talk to the animals. Take a look.
Being pet psychic, I communicate what pets want their owners to know or what the owners want the pets to know. She does say she kind of visits your dad because I'm picking up she's trying to get close to him and also try to absorb some of his health concerns. So is he undergoing treatment right now?
He just got a pacemaker. He's saying like you don't clean up after him fast enough. It's like out there for like a long time, and there's like more than one.
I'm busted. A day in my life. It's a jungle out here.
Please welcome pet psychic Patrice Ryan. Welcome. So happy to have you here. Thank you. Thank you so much. So how do you communicate with animals?
Oh my gosh. I've been communicating with animals my whole life. So there's no difference between reading people and reading pets. So
are some species easier to read than others?
Domesticated animals are easier than non-domesticated because they have that human interaction, that relationship.
Okay, will you tell us this one funny story about the guy with his python, his pet python? He wanted to know what his python was thinking.
Yeah, I had a client who called me. Fortunately, it was a telephone session. He said he had a python, and he thought his python was sick because he's raised it since it was tiny. And so I could see it psychically. And I said, so I could see him like coming up underneath the sheets, like where his feet were, and like coming up and snuggling. I said, he sleeps with you? Like he slithers up, and you know. And he's like, yeah, lengthwise. That's why I think he's sick. And I said, no, not really. He's actually sizing you up to see if you will fit. And so then he ended up calling a vet after that, and she's like, get out of your house right now. Like, he's going to eat you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow,
So, like,
wow.
it was confirmed.
I'm no psychic, but I could have told him that. Really?
I know, right? But he's like, oh, my snake is sick. No, he's going to eat.
All right, well, you're going to read an animal for us today. We're going to put you to work. Please welcome Catherine and her dog, Oliver. Concerns you?
Well, Oliver is a great dog. He is really just, steals the attention. Very funny. But when I go to take him outside, he turns into Cujo. So he doesn't like me coming to get him to take him outside. And he turns into another dog.
Even though right now he's very passive.
Yeah, he's great.
Do we want to show him in action outside? Do you need to see a visual of what he's like outside?
Sure.
Let's take a look at him.
I'm going to show you what happens when I try to take my little guy dog Oliver out for a walk. Come on. Oh, okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. So, I think you get the picture. Please help me.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. What were you saying about him, Patrice?
So, my experience with him, I met him briefly backstage, and apparently, he ran into my room when I wasn't there. Yep. You have this energy about you that's also a little bit fearful of him, and that you're like, you need to take him for a walk, where if you were more inviting to him, seemed like he was more excited to come here today and come running around than he needs to go on a walk with you.
Yes.
So your energy kind of needs to shift because the reading starts out about the pet, but ends about the people.
Ah, really?
Yeah. So the process of you also, what I'm getting from him about you is that you're kind of tense or like an intense person. Does that make sense to you?
The place I live on a busy street, and I don't like it.
Okay.
And so I get fearful when I go outside.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so you're already, and I get a lot of tension. So you're already worried about all of that. So he's like, great, you want to invite me out on the highway to kill. Instead of like, hi, we're going on Ricki Lake today. He's like, oh, I'll go there any day.
Yeah.
So your attitude and energy needs to
So
change.
the answer is to move.
You could move, or you could just change your energy about it and not be so fearful. Because he's fine. So animals don't analyze what's going on, traffic, car, you know what I mean? They just like live to
Do
love.
they have a sense of time?
More of like a natural clock, and they know like your rhythm, what you're anticipating. But they're the biggest mind readers. Like they're reading your mind all the time. So it feels like you have this tension about taking him out for a walk and expectations of what you want of him when he goes out. And so there's that resistance. So you can just kind of relax and enjoy it, and invite him somewhere fun, and don't take him out just to the street where it's kind of like Road to Kill.
Right.
So take him to a park, or take him to like Ricki Lake Show.
He's going to want to come back now. He's going to
Come
rock
back here
star today.
anytime, Oliver. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. When we come back, Patrice is going to tell me what my dogs are thinking. If they know what's good for them, they better not give away any family secrets. Stay tuned. Patrice Ryan. She reads animals, so without any further ado, please welcome my two dogs, Jeffy, Pasha, and my husband, Christian. Come on, Jeffy. Pasha. Hi, Jeffy. Come here. Hi. Hi, beautiful. Okay, so I'm dying to know what our dogs are thinking.
Okay. So, first of all, Pasha, is that right?
This is Pasha.
Pasha's just gonna steal the show. Yeah.
Pasha's my stepdaughter.
Okay, so Pasha is automatically just telling me she's really connected to you and she favors you. Sorry.
No, duh. Yeah. Yeah.
And she's also kind of ignoring Jeffy. So she kind of pretends Jeffy doesn't exist.
It's true.
I have a sister from another mother.
Yeah, that's true.
She just kind of can't be bothered. And Jeffy is, she's doing what she does. She's making sure everybody's okay. So it feels like she's a little bit more like you.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
She's saying she has like allergies.
Mm-hmm. She sure does.
And a lot of sneezing attacks. Does that make sense to you?
She's high maintenance.
Yeah. Oh, is this the one that steals? I was seeing when I was tuning into them earlier that she steals popcorn snacks.
No, that was her.
Oh, really?
They tell on each other.
Really? Alright, she eats her food.
She does it.
She tries to steal her food.
Yeah.
Somebody does it.
It's our first fight right here.
Right. I know. Well,
You're right.
yeah, I mean, they get handed a little bit, but they actually steal more than what they're handed.
Really?
Yeah, they get into that. And then with Jessie, I'm getting that her health is not 100%. And that she is also sharing with me she's had a serious health concern in the past, pretty recent. And it feels like she's like at 85% rather than 100%. Does that make sense to you?
You want me to tell you?
In 1 second. She's saying it was pretty serious, but she said she's going to be fine. And she said that you will her to be fine. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, I want her to live a long life.
But you will it, like you pray for her. You do something like intentionally, like you're going to be great, but not in a forceful way. Like you're going to get well or no, but you're really like very supportive of her.
Yes.
So she plans on being around because she said she needs to protect you.
Good. Oh, good.
Yeah. And she said she said you think you run the household, but she said she does.
I'll take it.
Right.
And then she's also saying, she's like, I would never tell on the kids like she does.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she kind of like lets go ahead and do it. Mom and Dad aren't looking right now.
That's
And
very
then
funny.
she's like, all right, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
That's
so
very
she's
funny.
very mischievous. She's also saying, I don't know if it comes from. It feels like you do it, but someone plays music in the house really loud.
My kids.
Okay, and she thinks that longer than 20 minutes is excessive.
Oh, really?
She thinks it's like fun, like, okay, what's going on? Okay, it's time to stop now. I've had enough of that. So she thinks like that should just be after 20 minutes. Like
That sounds about right, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said you kind of do it in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. But it's mostly the boys.
Well, you can blame it on the kids all you want.
Yeah.
But she's telling you.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, right?
Thank you so much, Patrice. Patrice Ryan, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I want to thank all of my guests for being here. The amazing Terry and Linda Jamison, Maureen Hancock for their amazing psychic wisdom and advice. And of course, to my family, Jeffy, Pasha, and Christian, thank you for being here and thank you for watching. See you next time. Oh, boy.